On the pro side of that, we recently legalized the growing of hemp. Not
Oh, right, yes.
marijuana, but very useful hemp, which is a wonderful plant. You can make fabric out of it. You can make oil out of it. You can make fuel out of it. You can make concrete, hempcrete out of
Concrete
it. It's just,
and
it can,
plastics.
yeah, plastics, all of that can be made, and it's much more. You can do cycles throughout. Hello, keep your tail inside the frame, kitty, kitty. Come on, Max. It's much more land friendly, and it's really good for bees and butterflies.
Yes.
And there's a definite move in the industry to make sure that Monsanto doesn't get hold of hemp. They want hemp to be non-GMO. And it's for, obviously it's health benefits, but also for the bees and the environment. So good things there.
Yes, and I remember a while ago I was working at a trade show which was selling crockery that was made actually from bamboo. But their main point of view was, it grows, it just grows like nuts, and you can harvest it. You just keep chopping it back, and you leave the root in, and it just grows again. So it's not like a tree where you grow the tree and you cut it down, then you have to plant a new one to start again. This you can keep harvesting it. It doesn't need much water, and I think hemp is very much the same way. It's called weed for a reason. If you let it go, it just goes like nuts. There are many types of hemp. Cannabis is the family, the Latin name for it, but there's only like one part of it only one member of the family, you might say, that is the actual drug, and all the rest of it are all these quite slightly different looking plants. They still have sort of little feathery leaves, but some of them are tall, some are little short ones, different shapes, so you can use all of those to farm to use for all these amazing products we're talking about. And in a place like Australia, where we've got this massive continent of mostly desert, that to use the technology that is available but not available to the public to make the weather a lot more mild means that you can bring in a little bit of extra rain, and you don't need much to get that going. We could end up with a huge hemp industry here.
Nice. And it improves the soil as well.
Right. So then you can garden later on. That's right. Yeah.
Well, speaking to how much of a weed it is, back in I won't say when, a long time ago, my mom had this amazing organic garden. And as I was trying to get money together to pay for college, she allowed me to plant some weed there. And in this environment, I had 9-foot tall trees. Well, yeah, she absolutely was. She said, if you get caught, I think you thought it was a maple tree. I didn't know. It's all on you. You're 17. You're not going to get busted. It's all on you. Oh. And this thing grew, like one of them grew well over 9 feet tall, and it literally had like a trunk this big around. I had to get a big saw to cut through it to harvest it. And they were just like, they're used to growing in crap, and it was this premium gourmet soil. They're like, whoa. Very potent as well. It's not a drug that I enjoy. I could never use it, but some people did. A lot of people did.
Yeah, I tried a little bit and fell asleep. I thought, look, I can do that with a gin and tonic. There's seriously no reason to do that.
Oh, it just made me paranoid.
Oh, no.
And it made my pain in my body just sing everywhere. Curiously, I found out years later, my sister had the same experience with it as does one of my sons. We're all like, no, it just makes me hurt. So who knows? I mean, it's so many people use it as a pain reduction drug.
Yeah.
And I like hemp seed and cannabis oil. That's really good for me. But the actual THC, I guess my family, Gen X, are just like, nah, no.
Not for you.
Like you said. Give me a margarita or a beer.
Exactly. Yeah. You have the margarita and I'll have the gin and tonic. Sounds fantastic.
There we go.